Shubor nakaslem jong Nongshong Hima.
Menteri Rangba ke Jylla Conrad sangma mentaka sengi ula shimenta ke Jingïatreilang ke International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking ha State Convention Center bela penlong dek tenat social welfare ke Jingïatreilang bat ki pulit ke Meghalaya AIDS Control Society bat ke Drug Reduction Elimination and Action Mission DREAM halor kaphang breaking the chains prevention treatment and recovery for all. Haba ajingkran ha kaniga sengi Menteri Rangba ula penpau ke Jingyo ijingai ha bede bat Tehlakam ya ke Jingïatreilang Drok ha ke Jylla ula banjur baka sorkar ke shimkhya tang ban Tehlakam hendai ban penduk pendamno sendan ya Drok lingba ke Jyngïatreilang nak tenat ke kot ke khya ki tenat puli ki samla bat ke jingpen klan ha bede ba ke Jyngïatreilang bat ki pajba ula ongru ba omdei ban bu ya ni batang baladan ka an kalabyang hendai Donkam ban khun persha ya Drok ke Jyngïatreilang ringkat bat Baroh ki pajba jong ke Jylla Menteri Rangba ule thuru ha bede ba ke jing persang ki bor pulit ban Tehlakam ke Jyngïatreilang Drok hak ba ula ong bah ki lais nam baladap ki pulit ke Jylla ki la yo ban kurup hadu 1000 klur ki jat Drok bakentup yu heroin ganja opium bat crystal meth ule thuru ba ki don hadu 1000 life tali ki mukot duma bala pendrung bat ki don sauspa arpu artali ki bala charge sheet nalor kata ula ong bala pen klan shosho yaki ANTF ki kor pej banya yaki Drok bat lanang pendrung shosho yaki K9 squad Menteri Rangba ula kerparu ki Nongshong Shnong ke Jylla ki jaka puli ki nongyalam Shnong ki seng bhalang bakin ya snok tilang ban khun persha ya Drok ki samla jong ke Jylla Meghalaya ki dei ki ba kongsan bha bat ngim dei ban ailat ya Drok bu untu no e kalawe jongki ngin khun persha lang bat ngin sayo e jingjob long Conrad hagan ni sngi lawan shimentaru da we ni ki samla balalat na jingsha te sha khum ha Drok bla pen pau ba dia thu ya jingai lenti jong haga jingkerni ya heroin hadu ba undala ban hagan ni sngi la le buramru ki art phomut ki samla ki bala no haga jingkerni ban di Drok ki bamta ki la long ki no I mean CM ki weipat bakin no na jingkerni ya Drok.
Today we are united to take a pledge under the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. Family, friends, but ourselves drugs free. So pledge together to make India drug free. I pledge to take all efforts in my capability to make India drug free. Jai Hind.
The next facilitation goes to the Honourable Minister of Social Welfare Department, Dr. Lindo. Sri Marvin Brandon Wardry. Sri Zion Marwin. Sri Jeremiah Nongru. Sri Banlambok Shangyar, Sri Donlang K. Wanyang, Sri Krapor Marbanyang, Sri Walambha Maulong, Sri Eric Victor Rinja, Sri Donbok Lang Karnarbi, Sri Jonas E. Sweat, Sri Isaac Surong, Sri Ferdinand Pare, Sri Shanya Suchang, Sri Damantoy Lingdo, Sri Wanbor Karwar, Sri Banyo Bor Lingdo, Sri Richard Bamon, Sri Mebanker Rodbon, Sri Hamad Lakyang, Sri Wante Manha Lingdo, and Sri Tony Milton Wala.
Today's program is a very, very important program for us as a state. From the government's perspective, we have been facing this challenge of drugs for quite some time now, and the challenges have become more complicated as time passed. Just to give a few numbers to all of you, that in the last 3 years alone, we have seized approximately 4 kgs of heroin, 12,000 kgs of ganja, almost 3 kgs of opium, about 4 kgs of crystal meth. And you may be wondering what this means in terms of numbers. This amount or the value of the drugs that have been seized by our police roughly hovers around 1,000 plus crores in the last 3 years alone. And in spite of the success in one way of being able to seize drugs worth about 1,000 crores in the last 3 years, which also includes about 1,031 cases that have been filed, about 422 have been charge sheeted, and of course the rest are very soon going to be charge sheeted. So a large number of activities have been going on in the police front. The ANTF has been working tirelessly. We have strengthened them. We have given them more support. We have given them more power, more finance, and all the necessary support that's required to be able to really firmly deal with this entire situation. But yet, we all understand that the issue of drugs is beyond or is larger than simply the supply chain. And therefore, aspects of health is very crucial. Aspects of social issues, the rehabilitation, the counseling, and all the other activities involved in it are also a major part of ensuring that we're able to tackle in a holistic manner this entire issue of drugs that we are facing. And hence, while the government is there, the police department works towards the supply and the distribution chain. The health department works in terms of providing health support to individuals who are drug addicts. And the social welfare department works towards the social aspects of involving different rehabs and the different activities. It is again beyond just the government. And that's the reason why we are having this program today. And that's the reason why we have started this program, which we call the Drug Reduction, Elimination and Action Mission. And the acronym is DREAM. So the Drug Reduction, Elimination and Action Mission, the DREAM mission, the reason we came out with this is because we realized it's multi-departmental and it is multi-sectoral. And therefore, not just the government, but then we need society, we need institutes, we need hospitals, we need communities, we need every single institutional setup that's there in the state and in the country, in fact, to work together to be able to really tackle this very complex situation that is there in front of us. And to share with you, this is the first program in the entire country of this sort. So DREAM program, which has been implemented in Meghalaya, I'm sure it will become a program that many other states will be happy to replicate. And as I said, for the first time, a program of this magnitude in such an organized manner has been taken up in any state. And therefore, I do congratulate the entire team of the Social Welfare Department, very ably led by our Minister, our Principal Secretary, the director, and all the team members who are working very, very passionately, because they are the nodal agency, who are working very passionately to make this happen and to achieve this. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, what is there in this dream project? And why is it so amazing, or why is it so different? And I'll just share with you some of the components so that you can become a part and understand what we're trying to do out here. So while, as I said, the police is looking at the supply and distribution network and trying to really tighten it up, the other aspects of especially community involvement in rehabilitation programs is something that this dream project is really, or this dream mission is really focusing on. For example, I know that there are many faith-based organizations that are today running rehab centers or really desire to set up rehab centers, and they really care about what's happening, and obviously their involvement is super crucial in this entire challenge and this entire war, in fact, that we're having. And but they don't know where to go. They don't have the financial backing. They don't have the support. It is through this dream project where we have made funds available for faith-based institutions or any other institution also who desire to start rehab centers. We are going to fund. We are going to provide you infrastructural support.
An apt occasion for me to remind each one of us that despite the mounting challenge of drug abuse and trafficking in our state, yet, as the poet says, hope springs eternal in the human breast. We are gathered at a venue that itself is a testimony of the power of hope and of resilience. A Swiss couple had started Hotel Pinewood in 1898. Barely a year after the great earthquake of 1897 that destroyed many houses, claimed many lives. And yet from the rubbles and the debris of that earthquake, this couple came up with the idea of building Hotel Pinewood, which till the 1990s was considered one of the top 50 hotels in the country. That is the power of resilience, of hope, of positivity. And I'm happy to share with you that Meghalaya has gone far ahead in its fight to counter and control the menace of addiction and trafficking. The situation looks grim, but I can assure you that we are confident of eliminating drugs and trafficking from our state. We are committed to this cause, for which the state has adopted a multi-pronged approach. The crackdown on trafficking has gone up. I salute the police department for having taken multiple steps in ensuring that we continue to zero in on potential traffickers and bring them to justice. Areas that have not been covered earlier, for example, the cantonment area, has now become a prime focus for the ANTF. Earlier this year, we have also dedicated the ANTF as a special force that will be fully equipped and given the responsibility to tackle drug trafficking and not to mix them up with other policing duties. I must say that the challenge is real, but the government is here to crack down and ensure that we eradicate and fully wipe out the menace of drug trafficking from our state. I'd like to urge upon each one of you to proactively support the initiative of the government of Meghalaya. We would like to see that Meghalaya, with its huge promise of human capital that is creative, a human capital that can contribute immensely to the growth of not just Meghalaya but the entire country. We will not let that capital to be wiped out by the menace of drugs.